I'm equally excited to get to our guest as I am our trivia intro, because tonight we are striving to break the world record for podcast swears in one intro.
Oh, motherfuck.
Fuck
Didn't
yeah.
know that.
All right, let's do this. Trey Mosley is an Emmy-nominated voice actor as well as a Sovas Voice Awards winner, a One Voice Awards winner. He's worked with, you name the brand. You hear him Sundays during football season in Las Vegas, locally on TV as well as in Allegiant Stadium, as a media voice for his beloved Las Vegas Raiders, who had a hell of a big win this past Sunday over the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
I texted you at the end of that one, didn't I?
You did.
There was like a minute left on the clock. I knew that he was probably losing his shit because the score was within 3 points.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so what does Trey do? He texts me a picture of his heart rate at the moment. Trey was also cast in one of the most anticipated video games of all time, Starfield.
Woo!
And since 2019, he's been the in-game announcer for this little game you might have heard of called Madden NFL, EA Sports.
What? Madden?
Perhaps.
Who is that? I've never heard of that.
Started out just for that downloadable content, actually in-game content called Superstar KO, where it's like a fantasy draft. You draft the top players you want, and then every team you beat, you get to take that person's players and then add them to your team to make them even stronger, and then you go on to the championship. But then in the following years, they had me doing the actual game intros in the game. So, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the New York Giants on Madden next. So I started doing that shit. And it even developed from there. It was like, hey, we got a couple of things we want you to narrate in the game. I'm like, all right. So now I'm doing the tutorials. And then when Coach Madden passed, they knew that I was a big Raiders fan and was doing stuff for the Raiders. So they had me do the Madden tribute that was in Madden 23. What I did not know until the game came out, there was a special feature that you played like a Pro Bowl, and it had all the old Madden clips and going boom and all of this stuff. At halftime, the guy goes, and now a special presentation, a Madden tribute from the Raiders' own Trey Mosley. They put my
No, dude, you got name checked. That's fucking amazing.
So it wasn't
so
me.
rare.
It wasn't me as the announcer or a character. It was me as me.
You.
Oh, dude,
In the
that's
game.
so cool.
That is so
That's
amazing.
amazing.
That was probably one of the
Fucking cheers to that shit.
Hell
Hey, now.
yeah. What's everybody drinking tonight? Trey, what do you got?
Since I had just gotten out of a session, I did not get any libations, so it's just
Oh,
so H2O for me tonight.
Hey, look at this. I'm
Stop
drinking a
it.
full fucking gallon of water.
During
Dude, I have
tonight's
been-
show. During tonight's show, he has to drink the entire gallon. We're going to check in with Ryder later to see how far he's gotten.
Chloe, keep us on check here to check Ryder's water intake.
Let me know how many times he's pissed himself. Maddie, what are you drinking?
Well, you know what I'm drinking. Drinking my Manhattan.
Always his Manhattan.
And Mandy?
A sophisticated.
I have a Frost tonight, which is a Hungarian drink, which is
Frost.
basically sparkling water and
Yet called Liquid Death. It
well,
seems
it's the water.
seems like a very strong name.
That's
such a
just
light
the
drink.
water. The water is liquid death, and then I drink like half of it, and then I pour the other half in wine.
Then she puts the funnel in the top and pours the
Yeah.
good shit in.
Oh wow.
Oh,
All
Classy.
right, well, cheers.
Classy
Whatever you're
girl
drinking,
that
cheers,
I am.
people. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Yeah.
L'chaim and all that stuff. Trey, do
Yes,
you have
sir.
a theme tonight for trivia?
Well, my theme, just because it's super lame, but since this is my first time being on with you guys and we're all voice folks, it's VO related.
Oh, okay.
Okay, very good.
I'm
Very
down.
good.
I hope
Baker?
to challenge you and surprise you in some ways that'll stump you.
Matt?
It is the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live, so I am doing Saturday Night Live.
Very cool.
Oh, coming in
Amanda?
hot. To be super original and incredibly creative, we are doing Raiders football.
Oh, let's see if we can stomp Trey here. Here we go.
I've got some dirty for Trey.
Okay.
Oh boy.
My theme in honor of Trey Mosley is famous threesomes.
Oh, Trey. Okay, I get it. Took me
Trey.
a second.
Trey,
Yeah, three.
Trey.
Famous threesomes. Okay.
Okay.
And
That's
yes,
not counting that
Mandy,
one time at the hotel.
Mandy,
Yeah.
where your brain is right
She
now,
got excited.
that's where we're going.
That's
She got excited.
at the hotel that one time. We, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Trey lives in Vegas. He should
I
know.
do.
So
No.
Yeah.
Let's use our preschool voices.
Live.
Fuck that guy.
From studios all across America.
What the fuck was that?
This is Trivia Pursuits.
That sounds fucking rock and roll, man.
Yes.
There it is.
Where we play some trivia and talk some life stuff.
What the fuck?
With 3 of the baddest voiceover talent in the biz. Ryder,
All of them sound absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Mandy Fisher,
I would eat the shit out of that.
and Matt Baker.
he also punches himself in the nuts right before he goes to bed. Too, so
I guess. So.
Disclaimer read. Trivial Pursuits is not sponsored by or affiliated with The Real Game. We just thought it was a cool name and we're 3 voiceover artists pursuing happiness and sweet-ass paychecks.
Oh, fuck.
So let's get to it, kids.
Matt, were you keeping an accurate score?
you know what? I was, and then there was a shit, not a fuck. And
Then
so,
there was
no, I just said.
so I got 8 fucks.
Yeah, 8 fucks.
Okay, so Mandy agrees. Okay, good.
Yep.
We will begin with our guest tonight, Mr. Trey Mosley, live from Las Vegas.
I got score in case,
Okay.
unless you want to do it, but I got a thing here.
Perfect.
You.
Speaking of scores, that's a strip club here in Vegas. But
I've heard of that.
Woo.
By the way, the most notorious strip club ever. Back in the day, 25 years ago, when I was doing like IT sales, I was going down to Atlanta, and I heard from 5 different clients like, "Hey man, check out the Cheetah Club," and you go there, and I'm like, "What?" And then 5 different people unprompted, and I'm like, "All right, well I guess I'm checking out the Cheetah Club because I got to go there," and it was a strip club, surprise. But the special part about this strip club was you could buy the strippers lingerie and they would bottle it for you. I'm like, so let me get this right. I'm going to buy you clothing. You're going to wear it for a moment, take it off, tease me, walk away. That's how this goes. And they're like, yep. Also, you have to buy at least 2 drinks.
Sounds like my wife.
Hey, oh, wow. Dude, I hope she doesn't listen to this show.
Like, what is the point of that? My favorite is when they're like, "No, you really got to go because they've got great steaks.
Yeah.
Their food is phenomenal." Like, yeah, because that's what I'm thinking about.
That's
I read Playboy
right.
for the articles. The
That's
articles.
the
are
reason.
there.
To go.
I mean, like, maybe if I get to eat the food off of her, maybe.
Oh, all right now.
But they don't do that. Yeah, I think it's a health code violation.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sushi thing. There's like sushi babes that you
Oh,
can,
that's a whole
you know.
thing.
It is. I'm not. I know. I understand the joke,
No,
but it's a real thing.
You can go eat sushi.
it doesn't
off.
make it any less funny.
I know.
So,
Okay. Ray, you're going to begin with the questioning tonight. You're doing voiceover trivia.
Yes.
So who would you like to ask first?
I am going to ask you.
Okay.
Fine, sir. You know,
Woo.
many moons ago, back when commercials and the dawn of television began, there were these breaks in between television shows known as commercials. But we call them spots. Do you know why that term exists?
Oh.
Why it is called a spot?
get it like an ABC form, or you,
Well, if there is no ABC, I'm going to say, because you can sell a specific moment in time, a spot in time. You could say, like, I want to buy that 8:45 spot.
You're wrong.
It
so when I'm
sounded good,
thinking,
did
I'm
it
thinking
not?
like there's like a graph on the wall, right? And it's like,
It's
all right,
definitely my answer.
and it's like this box here, like that's the 8:45 spot, and that's so you put a dot on it. That's what I'm thinking.
Close.
Okay,
But still no.
no,
But still no.
All right. Well, what's the
What you got?
correct answer?
Yeah, give us.
Well, according to various folks, it started in radio, where a buyer would say, "Hey, at XYZ amount of time, I would like to have my commercial played." So back then on reels, they would literally be recording somewhere else. They would cut the reel, bring the reel over to where they were, and then they would mark it off as to when to place the reel into the program. So they would have to have a certain spot.
Spot
Ah.
on the reel.
oh,
Okay. All right.
I would say ladies first, but I took you beforehand, so I will go with the lady now. The 416 is widely known as the quote unquote industry standard
Considering 3 out of 4 of us are talking on them right now.
in voiceover, but there is a specific individual who would be, I guess, the originator of why the 416 is used.
Meaning like the father of the 416.
That is correct.
The first person to bring it into the business.
Yes. So
Okay.
there's 2 ways to answer this because I'm going to ask it 2 ways. One, if you know who the person is, give me their name. And 2, if you know why they chose the 416, then give me the reason also. So you can give me both or just give me one.
I know it's German.
Yeah, this is German.
All right.
Sennheiser, yeah, so very German.
Sennheiser, Fritz. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Gentlemen, would you like to take a shot?
The first
Yeah,
time.
anyone for the steal?
I'm fairly positive it was the late great Ernie Anderson.
You are correct, sir.
Oh shit!
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
way to pull that.
He would go
Whoa.
from the top of the Empire State Building.
That's
He
an
was
effect.
the
They put
voice
that on.
for ABC for decades.
Oh god, yeah, he did.
Wow.
He was like the
That's
Love Boat,
amazing.
Fantasy Island, like that whole thing. Shit, yeah.
Who's the boss? And next. So the reason why Ernie began using the 416, rumor has it, and there are plenty of them in the VO world, he always thought that people were talking about him. So what he would do is, since the 416 is very quiet, he would never go in a booth. He would sit out there with the engineers. They had a little monitor, the size of my Apollo.
Oh, I've seen some of those videos. Yeah.
And he would sit there and watch
He would be literally in the control room, next to the people that were cutting tape, and so
he did that because he was so self-conscious about what they were saying about him. Again,
is that true, or is it just because he was like a perfectionist?
It's gossip.
Allegedly, but
Yeah,
I've heard
it's
from
goss.
far too many folks who've been doing this far too long for it to just be hubbub. I think there's some truth in it. But that's
maybe he was just a team player. He just loved people, wanted to be around them.
Sure.
Not from what I saw in the videos. He's like, who the fuck wrote this?
Yeah. No. I think it's the same video I saw. He's like, who the
And then he
fuck
goes,
wrote
coming
this
up
shit?
on Who's the Boss? This is garbage. And he go right back into character. Then, next. This is terrible. Let's just take it from the top.
All right, final question of round 1 goes to
me.
Okay.
Wait. Chloe, do we get a point for Ryder for pulling that? That seemed like a pretty solid pull, man.
No, he can absolutely get that point.
I don't need that point.
No,
You
he
do
gets
need
it.
that point.
Honestly, Ryder, you do. I'm gonna hold your hand. I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this. You need the point.
Your question is, and this is what happens when you're old and drink, you forget the question. I should have written it down.
Ryder's got his AARP card now, so I don't know.
I know. I'm so jealous. He gets like
my wife was so proud of that too. She's like, look what we got in the mail. I'm like, that's not a good thing.
Dude, I've been running from that thing like the Grim Reaper.
The crazy thing is, and this is probably trivia that I should have asked, you can actually get the AARP card at 35.
Oh.
You fucking kidding me? The younger you are, they've really
I could have been
changed.
getting those discounts for 20 freaking years.
Yeah. You know what? You could have got like a free coffee at fucking McDonald's every morning. All right, Trey, hit me, man. What's my question?
Okay. The question was, it's in the realm of
Voiceover.
Cartoons.
Cartoons. That's all, folks. Okay, hit me.
In the hit cartoon, The Transformers,
You got the book.
there were 2 Autobots voiced by the same actor. You must, 1, name the actor and the characters that he portrayed.
Dude,
Good luck with that, Baker. Glad I'm not you.
Jesus.
Rude.
Okay, look, I'm pretty sure Frank Welker's the actor.
Autobot.
But the question is, is that right?
It is not.
Okay, well then I'm out.
Oh, just throw that to the side.
Early on in my career, the guy I worked with the guy who originated the trick with the Autobots and Decepticons. It's like you double track the voice, and for the Decepticons, the bad guys, you do a minor key up, and for the Autobots, you do a major key down, and you run them in parallel, and that's what gives them the cool voice.
Interesting.
The answer is the great Peter Cullen,
Cullen,
who voiced Optimus Prime and Ironhide. And if you've seen Transformers the movie, they actually have dialogue together where they're damn near overlapping each other.
All right, end of round one. Baker, what's our score tally?
Can we insert, when we do the editing, put some music in here?
Sure.
This is pretty fucking
holy shit.
You're the only one with a point, Ryder.
Wow.
From a question that I wasn't even asked.
Right?
It's never happened before.
Now, before we get to the second, just stop. Just let it go.
All right, Mandy's Fast Five, this guy.
Mandy's Fast Five. All right, Trey. Mandy's Fast Five consists of 5 quick questions in an either-or fashion, and you just tell me which one you resonate with more. All you can eat steak or all you can eat lobster?
You obviously have not seen any of my barbecue pictures.
I'm just saying, like Vegas.
I could do steak and lobster. I know, but I have to. Fuck it, steak.
Oh, okay.
My man.
There we go.
To casino or not to casino?
Not a casino. If I'm gonna lose my money, I give it to my wife.
There we go. Celine Dion or Britney Spears?
Uh-oh. Is he frozen?
No,
Is
he
this video
ain't
not
frozen.
working?
He just,
He just doesn't want to answer this
just
one.
say Britney and get it over with.
I love the power of Celine Dion.
Celine. We love
And,
Celine.
and you know, had you asked me this a quarter of a decade ago, a few decades ago, I would have easily said Britney. But when I saw Celine during the Olympics, I gotta go with Celine.
I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. We stand Celine in this.
You know what? I think our hearts all
TriviaDome.
go on at this point.
Oh, thank you, Maddie. Cirque du Soleil or absolutely not?
I love Cirque du Soleil.
There we go. It's a dry heat or it's just fucking hot.
Yes.
All right. That was
And that's
Mandy's
Fast
Fast
Five.
Five. You
Mandy's
survived.
Fast Five.
I did.
All right, let's go to Mandy next for the next round of questioning.
Oh, okay. All right, Trey.
Yes.
I'm doing you a little dirty here, my friend, because it's a 2-parter and it's sort of a bitch. The Raiders, your home team, were originally founded in which other city? Was it the Detroit Raiders? Was it the Oakland Raiders? Or was it the San Antonio Raiders?
The team originally, I believe they had a different name. I want to say they were the Conquistadors. They started out in Oakland.
There we go. And what year did they become the Las Vegas Raiders? It was.
I'm just going to draw the dick card.
No,
I'm just going to draw it and throw it for you, Trey.
Look,
like, how many fucking questions does this guy got to get right
He
to get a
he has
fucking point
two to
around
each
here?
of us, bro.
I prefaced with it was a 2-parter. This isn't even your fucking question. Stay out of it.
Man,
Your question just got worse. Yours is a 4-parter.
Yeah,
Ryder.
now yours is a 7-parter.
I think it was they officially got here in 2020.
There we go. See, that's fuck
Boom.
you, Ryder.
Boom.
And Trey, you
Yes.
absolutely came through with flying colors.
So
I
wait,
never doubted
so wait,
you.
for a
Ryder
t-
doubted you.
For a
I
two-part-
never doubted
For a
you.
2-part question, do you get 2
He gets
points
1
or
point.
1 point?
Nope.
Okay.
That's
So if you fuck up any
bullshit.
part of one question, of a 2-part question, all right.
I told him that it was dirty.
Chloe?
I did not lie.
We're going to talk about this in the next show meeting.
Y'all, I said, I'm doing Trey dirty, but you know what? I had faith and y'all did not.
My wife is hearing the fun that we're having, and she's like, "Can I come in?"
Yeah, tell her to come on in.
And to bring you a drink, man.
The more the fucking merrier. All right, Maddie.
Yes,
I've got
ma'am.
a math question for you because we know you've
Oh,
got
I
the,
said there would be no math.
I'm glad I'm bringing her in because math is her thing.
Hey, Danielle, can you stick
Yeah.
around because there's a math question that I'm about to be asked right now?
That's why I brought her in because I already know I'm not gonna get it. So
You know what I tell every Danielle that I ever meet in my life?
Aren't you married? No.
I
she's
love
married
you.
to him.
Yes, because my wife's name is Danielle.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I tell every Danielle that I meet, that I come across them, I go, do you know that you have the most beautiful name ever recorded by man?
Aww.
And they all do that. And I go,
Sweet Tucker.
Ryder for the win.
Hey,
Right.
cut it out. You cut it the fuck out right now.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm named after my dad.
Mandy's going to ask me a math question about the
let's go.
Raiders.
I mean, it's not even math. It's distance. It's numbers, so that constitutes as math, I suppose.
Okay.
But so what is the distance between each goalpost in a regulation NFL field? Is it 17.5 feet, 18.5 feet, or 20 feet?
Oh, you mean like between like the left side and the right side? Like that kind of distance?
The distance between each goalpost in a regulation.
The
NFL
left side and the
field.
right side, okay, as opposed to like the one at one end versus the one at the other.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 20.
It's got to be a nice round number, right?
I figure.
I really wanted that for you, my friend, but it is 18.5
18.5.
You're wrong.
Who
I knew
fucking
that.
came up with that shit? 18
No point.
and a half? Come
really
on.
wanted it for you,
Loser.
but it's not so.
Loser.
Coming up to Ryder.
Oh
Ryder,
boy.
because we know how much you love artificial stuff. What is the artificial turf used at Allegiant Stadium called? Is it called AstroTurf, Field Turf, or Bermuda Grass Turf?
AstroTurf is so like 1987. They had to have come up with something better since the original AstroTurf, like back in the 80s, right? And they wouldn't give it the name of a real grass, right? That would just be silly. So it would be whatever the other one was.
Field Turf.
Whatever the other
Field turf.
one was.
I'm going with Field Turf for 1,000.
Feeling really confident about Field Turf, are we?
Not really.
It is correct.
It is
Field
correct.
Turf.
Oh, he gets it.
I am slaughtering you.
I can't
At
believe
the end
I'm
of
gonna
round
say
2,
this.
Ryder
I
2,
really can't
Trey
believe it.
1.
Hey, now.
Andy and I nothing.
I have no
What?
words.
Is it
This
is there like a solar eclipse or some shit going on?
There's
Mercury in
some-
There
retrograde?
was a
What's
full
going
moon
on?
this week. Yeah, there was
There's
a full
some
moon.
witchy
Before or after you bent
things.
over?
Oh!
And we drink.
And we drink.
Baker, would you
Trying
like to go
fit
next?
in. I'm just trying to fit in.
All right, let's do it. Here we go.
That's what she
Um,
said.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
Okay.
That was good, by the way.
I
That was
know it was.
really good. Yeah.
It was.
Thank you. Who has the record for hosting SNL the most time? This is the 50th season right now. So who's the record? Is it Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin, Tom Hanks, or John Goodman? Who has the record for hosting SNL the most times as of right now?
As of right now, taking Hanks out of it, I'm gonna go with the two guys who at one point were alum on the show, and I'm gonna say Baldwin.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Alec Baldwin.
Renee!
Alec Baldwin has hosted 17 times. Steve Martin 16. Tom Hanks 10. John Goodman 13.
And the
Wow.
only reason why Baldwin's got that is because he lives like 2 blocks away. So that if somebody doesn't show up, they're
Yeah,
just
someone
like,
gets sick. There's
Baldwin,
like,
get
hey.
over here.
All right,
He's a little tied up right now, though. In
way to go.
You know, what's funny is that at some point in time, one of my very favorite accolades was that I got to do the live announce for the Comedy Central roast of Alec Baldwin.
Oh shit!
Right? Yeah,
that's
and now-
awesome.
Now I'm just like, no, wasn't me. I'm good. I had nothing to do with it.
Didn't
Did
see him.
it not go
Don't
well?
know
Did it
him.
not go well? I thought it went pretty well. I thought they fucking took
Well,
him down pretty hard.
he's a little controversial at the mo.
Alec Baldwin, controversial? Really?
No.
His
You
wife's
don't-
name's
yeah.
Hilaria. Who names their fucking child
Well,
Hilaria?
because that's
And-
not her real name. It's Hillary, and she's from Boston.
All right, Mandy.
Yep.
Dave Grohl, recently in the news for bringing another
Heartbreak.
bastard into the world,
I know. Broke my heart.
is the most frequent musical guest on Saturday Night Live. How many times has he performed on the show?
Oh.
Is it 15, 16, 17, or 18?
So I've seen him on SNL. I was in the SNL audience for 5 of those 16 times.
Really now?
Mm-hmm.
You are correct.
How do you get in? How do you?
She tried to slide it through. That was very clever. Very
Thank
clever,
you.
Mandy. Absolutely 16 times. Wow, that's good. How did you know that?
I'm a big Foo fan, man. I think it's because in the recent articles I've been reading about his debauchery, that's been something that's been mentioned in the articles, and it's just like in there.
Ryder, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a lot of politicians have hosted Saturday Night Live over the 50 years that it's been on the air. Which of the following has not hosted Saturday Night Live? Which of these politicians has not hosted Saturday Night Live? Is it Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump, John McCain, Sarah Palin?
Dude, John McCain would not ever host Saturday Night Live.
Ever in a million years. That's my guess, too.
Yeah, it's got to be John McCain. Sarah Palin would do anything for a $5 bill. The Orange Man used to be, a celebrity, so of course he was on there. And Rudy Giuliani had nothing else better to do with his time because he wasn't running the city, so might as well just go on the show. So, I'm going John McCain.
Except that you're wrong.
Oh, no!
John McCain actually hosted Saturday Night Live. Sarah Palin is the one that did not.
No way!
She did make an appearance
She made an
because Tina Fey used to do that.
Oh,
She used to do that. She did that killer.
Maddie.
Tina Fey did that killer impression of
Dirty.
Sarah Palin and
Maddie, that's dirty question.
I was freaking confident. Before we get into the final round of trivia tonight, give me a score tally.
Okay, here we go. In a
Shut
sure
your
sign of the
fucking mouth.
apocalypse, I have no points. Mandy has 1, and Ryder and Trey are tied at 2. Again,
this is the devil's show.
sure sign of the apocalypse. Yeah. I'm going to walk out of here, and there'll be zombies and shit going on. So
Absolutely. Wish us luck.
Mandy, you could tie it up. There's no chance I could, but let's see what happens. Go ahead, Ryder.
All right.
See what happens.
Trey Mosley, famous threesomes is going to be my category. This famous threesome was born on the Isle of Man, and their first band name when they were kids was called the Rattlesnakes. Were the Rattlesnakes originally the Jonas Brothers, the Bee Gees, Rush, or the Police?
Jonas Brothers, too new. Bee Gees were Australian. Rush is Canadian. I'm going Police.
No point, Matt Baker.
Stumped
tonight.
You're wrong.
Oh my God!
It's the
I was
Bee
fucking
Gees.
completely killed.
It is
I
the
thought the
Bee
Bee Gees
Gees.
were Australian.
Born on the Isle of Man, and interestingly, they were kind of like a rock band. And
Not with
I
that
guess
voice, they weren't.
they never thought that they could sing until they showed up
I
to an
agree with
event one day.
Oh,
when-
Mary Gibb is good.
So they showed up at an event one day to play, and they were going to lip sync, and the phonograph broke. That's a record player.
It's
Broke, and they were forced to actually sing. And they got so many compliments from that performance. That's when they said, maybe we should actually become singers. And that's what happened to the Bee Gees. That's how they got
How
their start.
many a voiceover actor career begins.
All right, no points, Baker. Let's go to Mandy next.
Just by the way, again, another point that the apocalypse is occurring right now. I got skunked. Not a fucking point this whole evening.
It's been a very
unbelievable.
Next time I'm in DC, I'm going to give you the biggest hug ever.
Sounds like he needs it, right?
That was cathartic, I think.
Yeah.
I feel better. I feel better.
And a beer. And a beer. So a beer and a
appreciate that. I'm more of a whiskey guy, but that's fine.
All right, Mandy. There are so many famous TV threesomes of ladies, like the girls from Friends, like the Powder Puff Girls. This question is about Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
What agency did the Angels work for? Was that A, the LA Detective Agency, B, the Charles Townsend Agency, C, the Bosley Private Investigation Company, or we'll just leave it at those 3?
I don't know. I never watched this show, but I do know Bosley is like the guy. Let's go with that. The Bosleys.
Oh, she fell for the
Bosleys.
bait. It is not the Bosley Private Investigation. It's the
Charles
Charles Townsend Agency.
Charles
Funny.
Townsend.
Charlie's Angels. Yes, right there.
I don't know. I never watched.
You
were
watched
right,
the
though.
movie,
Bos-
though, right? Didn't you see the
Boz was their
movies?
guy.
No.
Boz
Never
was their
watched
guy,
it.
but Charlie was the one they talked to on the little speaker box.
Good morning, Angels.
All right, now Trey, are you ready for this, man?
Yes.
You can win the game tonight
Hey,
with
now.
this question.
Oh,
He's about to win the game.
Oh, that's
I want you to.
Okay,
I
but
want
if
you
he
to win this
doesn't,
game.
there's a runoff between Trey and Ryder. So just
Okay.
I got questions.
Which of the following celebrities is not rumored to have had a raunchy threesome at some point in their life?
Oh,
Not rumored.
not rumored.
Not rumored.
So who's the lame-o in this? Who's this sad, pathetic person? Who's...
No, I'm going to lead, before I even give you the options, I'm going to tell you that I feel like this question's mildly flawed, okay? But still, it counts. Which of the following celebs not rumored to have had a raunchy threesome at some point in their life? Meaning, there's never been any news stories about it,
Gotcha.
okay? Tiger Woods, Elton John, Jason Sudeikis, or Brad Pitt?
Out of that group of people, I would think most people would want to have threesomes with them, except for Jason Sudeikis. However, that's not my answer. Sometimes, you know, the geeky, nerdy guy gets a lot of ass.
Yeah,
Reported.
Jason. Hey.
I'm gonna go with probably the most not answer, and I'm gonna say Brad.
Brad Pitt is incorrect.
So hold on now.
Oh.
Sudeikis was married to Olivia Wilde, and Olivia Wilde is in fact pretty fucking wild. From what
She's a
I've read.
freak. The news stories that came out about her was that they rented a private room at a strip club, hired a bunch of dancers, and Sudeikis watched the whole thing happen. He was the fly on the wall.
Okay, but he's not involved in the threesome.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he was in it.
It's like he's
Like
watching
I
it on
said,
YouPorn
this
or some
question
shit.
is mildly flawed.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I pull the
now
big
who
card on
gets
that
the
one?
dick card?
Can I pull a big card on that one?
Well, you could pull the dick card just like Sudeikis was pulling the dick card. Anyways,
Brad and Angelina were rumored to have had a threesome with a Victoria's Secret model.
Okay.
And in 2009, Hollywood Madam Michelle Braun, she came out about all of Tiger Woods' threesomes.
oh,
stuff.
Tiger Woods.
I
automatic.
knew
We
it
all
wasn't
knew Tiger
Tiger.
Woods was that was
We knew
So the
Tiger was
answer technically is Elton John in this.
Oh.
Because the only story that's ever come out about a threesome in Elton John is, ready for this? His husband had a threesome with a couple of business guys that were at their house, prominent businessmen. Elton John was at home tending to their two kids, and they were like upstairs doing the nasty.
Wow.
But ready for this? Listen to this. The story
There's more.
has been banned from the English and Welsh media. They were
Elton
told
because he's Sir Elton John. Is that why we want to sully his?
Elton has
He's
PR.
a member of the British Empire.
Yeah, he's
Tighter than
a
a
knight of the
Pilates
order.
instructor.
All right, listen, kids. I have 9 minutes before a promo session, so
all right,
we need to figure this out. Okay, so it's all tied up. Trey and I are tied. So Matt Baker, what's going to be the deciding question?
All right, here we go. SNL's longest running cast member. You get options. Here we go. Is it Kate McKinnon, Tina Fey, Kenan Thompson, Daryl Hammond?
I'm going Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon, Tina Fey, Kenan Thompson, Daryl Hammond.
I was gonna say Daryl.
Daryl's a solid choice. Daryl's the one that took over for Don Pardo.
Yeah,
like he's now the new voice of the show.
so technically, does that mean he's a cast member?
Well, he still is.
Announcer's part of the cast. Yeah.
So
I'm
Are
going
you saying
Daryl.
Daryl?
Yeah.
You're both wrong. Okay. Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hammond was on for 14 years, left, and then returned to replace Don Pardo, and he's been on for like 3, I think. So that's 17. Kate McKinnon's 10. Tina Fey's 9. Kenan Thompson's been on for 21 fucking seasons.
yeah, Kenan. Go, Kenan.
Right? I mean, how amazing. He's 48 years old. He's been on for 21. Like,
That's amazing.
about half of his life he's been involved in SNL. Like,
That's really amazing.
Okay, who hosted the first episode of SNL? The very first episode. And there's a movie coming out about like the hour and a half that preceded the first episode that came out of SNL. Was it Steve Martin? Was it Paul Simon? Was it George Carlin? Was it Rob Reiner?
I'm going Paul Simon.
I'm gonna go Carlin.
You are correct. Trey is the winner.
Trey takes the win tonight. Yes.
Absolutely. George Carlin was the first host of SNL, and I'm actually looking
Yes.
forward to seeing this movie.
I
That's
know.
about the run-up on it.
I got to go. I have
He's
a promo
gotta go.
session
Perfect.
in
There we
under
go.
60 seconds, people. This is the world we live in. I got to
Yes.
go do a network promo. Everybody,
Let's do it.
thanks for joining us. Our final words, of course, are later bitches. Join us on that on 1, 2, 3.
Later,
bitches.
Later, bitches.
Gotta run. Good night, guys.
All right. Hey,
Love
man.
you.
All right.
Thanks, Trey.
you.